All right, everybody, are you ready for your final comedian tonight? All right, let's get excited for your closer. He's been here before. You guys loved him. Give it up for Dennis Reed Jr.
How you all doing tonight, guys? Make some noise for everybody who came up here and made you laugh. I always like it when Johnny shows up because we represent the metalheads, you know. I know you look at me and you're like, that guy obviously listens to smooth jazz. Rocking my new Slayer Dixon that I just got today that my girlfriend outbid somebody for. This is a $200 flannel. When she kills me, she's going to take them all back. I know that. But for now, I'm wearing them and I'm enjoying the hell out of them. My name is Dennis James Hawthorne Norman Reed, and I hail from the frozen wasteland known as Alaska. I lived there 38 years. Anybody ever been up there? Up to the Great Land? Yeah, I lived there 38 years. I went down to an Iron Maiden concert in October in California. I was like, what's up with the sun going up and down? That's fucking cool. You guys get vitamin D all year round? This is amazing. I got stung by a bee. I was very excited about it. I was like, this is cool. I'm going to move down here. So many more trees. Had to make some adjustments, though. Like your guys' tweakers are fucking intense in this fucking state, man. In Alaska, you can't be a tweaker the full year around, all right? It's 40 below zero outside. If you fucking getting high and you pass out in a Walmart box crusher, fucking Jimmy's going to come out and hit that button while smoking a cigarette, and you're going to get crushed to death. Which is always horrible to hear because you just hear the popping of a human skull and the tinkling of a meth glass pipe just fading away. And then we don't give a fuck. We just wrap you up in the boxes and send you back to fucking Seattle where you came from. We don't care, man. It's fucking brutal. Yeah, I like it down here, though. It's interesting. I get stuck on the tweaker thing, man. They blow my mind. Over in Bremerton, we got this 7-Eleven where you can walk in and get a 7-meat pizza and most likely stabbed. It's fucking crazy. The fucking motherfuckers are fucked up. Like, I know, again, you're not going to believe this by looking at me, but I am a recovered drug addict, okay? I've pretty much recovered everything at this point. I'm almost 50. I know death is right over there, and I'm ready to fist fight this motherfucker off this spinning rock that we call home. 5 years ago, I quit drinking because I hate myself. Let's see, about, almost a year now, I quit smoking marijuana because I don't like having fun anymore. Approximately 25 days ago, I quit smoking cigarettes. And does anybody else taste that buzzing in the air? That didn't exist before. It's just there. I'm just always irritated. The other day, I heard a fucking baby crying, and I wanted to punch that little fucker right in his mouth, man. I'm like, what are you crying about, man? What are you addicted to? Breast milk? I got over that 3 months ago. Oh, yeah. Last time I tried to breastfeed off my mom, nothing came out but cottage cheese. She's 70 years old. She didn't appreciate it. She was sleeping.
She did not like that. Oh,
yeah.
my God.
I didn't say she didn't like it, Jordan. I just said she keeps asking me to stop. Sobriety's a nightmare. And everybody's always like, oh, congratulations, you're sober now. I'm like, fuck you, man. How many people in here right now are drinking? Huh? We're in a brewery. I assume all of you, right? You're having a good time. You're going to make some mistakes later. Maybe actually do cocaine in the bathroom. Yes. All of these things are fucking great. Oh, man. I miss cocaine. I was good at... Remember 90s cocaine? Like, you would buy cocaine, and you know what it would have in it? Cocaine. It wouldn't have fentanyl in it. You didn't, like, do a line and be like, I'm going to party, and then pass out in some dude's lap, and he's like, I think he wants more cocaine. I don't know what he's doing down there. Motherfuckers are crazy, man. I don't like it. I've got a few friends that just died from cocaine, and I'm pissed off because I'm like, well, you're an adult now, Jerry. Why the fuck did you not leave me a detailed list with all of your shit that I could have? No, you just fucking left the planet, and now your kids are going to inherit all your possessions. I think that's bullshit. I'm the one that used to drive you around and get drugs. Fucking bastard. I got to get out of I'm a cook. I'm a sous chef. As my boss insists on fucking calling me. Sous chef, of course, stands for suicidal. Every day I go to work, I want to kill myself because Becky doesn't know how to stab a fucking ticket. Well, which table is it going to? The one it says right there, the table number. I don't have to read those. I have to make a burger, put it on a plate, put it in the window. You have to come down off the fucking fentanyl long enough to get at the table and go, just fuck yourself. I hate them. Becky, you're a whore, and I hope you die. No, she's probably fucking sucking somebody's dick for more fentanyl. Becky's a whore. Oh, like she's your sister. Like nobody cares. Yeah, I got out for like 5 years. I got a job as a legal weed dealer. I got to sell the marijuana to people. 2020 was a good year for tips. That was the year that everybody had COVID, and moms all of a sudden were like coming to my weed store and like, yeah, I used to smoke a joint when Timmy would take a nap, take the edge off. But now Timmy and his sister and his fucking dad won't leave the house, and I hate all of these fucking people. I don't like them. So I'm gonna need an ounce of marijuana and all the dab cartridges you have, because he keeps saying my kids are assholes when he's a piece of shit with the weak pullout game. So I don't like him or any of them. I'm going to get high and let him take care of his fucking children. It was a good time. But it does make me miss the days of being an old school fucking weed dealer, man. That was an adventure. You could get shot, you could get killed, or you could just have a good time. I remember giving somebody my money and they'd come back 20 minutes later with cocaine. You're like, no, I wanted weed. No, I'm going to keep it. I mean, you fucking out of your mind? It's cocaine. But nah, man, I miss that shit. But it's different because, like, back in the day, I don't recall anybody ever once getting in my car while 4 dudes are sitting in another car waiting for him to get done, asking me what kind of fucking weed is it. I'm like, it's $40, dude. That's what kind of fucking weed is it? Give me $40. I will give you marijuana. Oh, well, what's the percentage of it? All right, you ask a lot of questions. I'm about 80% sure you're a fucking cop. You need to get the fuck out of here right now. Oh, can I have a receipt? All right, here's a zigzag. Go away. People asking questions and shit about, well, what kind of weed will help me with my anxiety? All of it. Smoke weed and feel better. If you're still having panic attacks, stop smoking weed. That's what I did, so I could be sober all the time and fucking realize how many hours are in one day. It's a lot. 24 to be exact. They never go away. They just keep tick-tock, 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 tick. It's fucking annoying. It said I come from Alaska. And then all the tweakers around here always got me thinking, oh, wait, no, first off, before we go there, I don't know if you know this or not, but I don't practice. I just talk because I can't afford therapy. And the therapist I did have, she moved to England and won't return my calls, which is rude. But the good news is I don't have to pay child support, so to her. I have 5 kids due to very long winter nights and a cocaine habit.
Wow.
You're going to cuddle with somebody, and my mom stopped sharing a bed with me at 27, so... Oh, that one got quiet quick. Oh, we don't bang our moms here. Oh, I don't bang my mom anymore. Okay. Anymore. Nah, man, I was down at that 7-Eleven I was talking about earlier. And, not all tweakers are bad people. Not all the homeless people are bad people. There are people out there that are just having a rough time. And a lot of times, these people, they spend a lot of time together doing shit. Mostly drugs and building stuff out of garbage that they find on the ground. And I'll tell you what, we could turn these tweakers into a workforce that we just haven't seemed to want to tap into yet. I mean, like, you give a fucking tweaker a fallout pile of garbage and they will build anything out of it. Usually a meth pipe or something that they can smoke meth out of or transport it in. But still, that's a skill that we could fucking use. And I remember when they always had shopping carts, and I could respect a shopping cart. You could hang stuff off a shopping cart. You could turn it into a shelter. You could transport your dead friend to the hospital and drop him off. But now what's freaking me out is all these motherfuckers are pushing baby carts around. Like, when the fuck did that become a thing? You ever see these tweakers with a baby cart? If you ever look in that baby cart and there's an actual baby in there, you need to call the fucking authorities, because that's not their baby. And everybody knows that once a tweaker touches the baby, the mama won't take it back to the nest. And then they're going to raise it as their own little toothless bastard running around. But they're not all bad. One time I actually saw something that touched my heart. I think it's down here. Anyways, and I was like, oh, that's beautiful. And there's these 2 tweakers sitting there, a dude and a chick, and they're just sitting there in the corner. They're out of the way. They're not causing problems to anybody. And I'm listening to them talk, and I'm just watching them. And the guy's like, look, we've been doing this a long time together. And she kept nodding off because of the fentanyl he smethed into his lap. He's like, no, hear me out. And he looks at her and goes, I want you to have this. And he reached in, and he grabbed his last tooth. And he pulled it out. And he gave it to her, and she was like, oh my God, that's beautiful. And you could tell she wanted to cry because she was overwhelmed with emotions, but she was so dehydrated from the drug use that she couldn't produce any fluids. And she took the tooth from him, and then she stuck it in her own toothless mouth. And I was like, oh, no, that's fucking beautiful. That was his last tooth. He is sacrificing his ability to eat food so that she could survive. And they had that moment. I was like, that's beautiful. And then she just fucking died. She just died right there, some sort of massive infection. And he was like, oh, damn. And he reached back in and he grabbed the tooth. And then he fucking smoked it. Like, that dude got high off that tooth. And that was beautiful. And that was in front of the 7-Eleven. And that's the day I learned that the 7th meat on those delicious 7-meat pizza is made out of tweakers. Because the guy that works there came out and dragged him into the fucking 7-Eleven there. And they're delicious. I don't know if you've ever eaten one of those pizzas, but you can't eat one slice. You know why? Because they're made out of meth heads. And meth is very addicting.
So everyone knows.
Side note, you know how Joe Rogers was talking about a fist fight he got with his neighbor, which I'm very proud of him, because Joe Rogers is like the most loving guy. Give it up for him. He throws these shows for us because he can't seem to hold a real job, and this is the only thing he can do. But it's funny because a year before he got in that fight, we used to do this show called the Podcast Show, which you should all check out. It's where he's got an excuse to not only have a job, but to sit at home and videotape himself smoking marijuana and rating it. It's a great program. I used to be on it. For some reason, I'm not allowed on there anymore just because I don't smoke marijuana. But fuck him. And I remember one day I was waiting to do the show, and he hadn't showed up yet. So I'm sitting out there in my truck, and that neighbor, who I knew they didn't get along, but I'm always a very friendly motherfucker. And he looked at me and he goes, well, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm just waiting for Joe, but he's a fucking asshole who's never anywhere on time. And so the neighbor actually used that as ammo in their fight against him the other day. And that just made me feel special knowing that I had something to do with Joe Rogers blessing some guy's forehead with his penis.
Yes.
Again. Anyways, that's for another tale. Anyways, yeah, drugs. I know I talk about drugs a lot, but I think it's hilarious. What's not funny though is I believe us humans are affecting the animal kingdom a little bit too much. Like you hear about like down there in Florida where it's humid and it's hot and motherfuckers are getting all fucking methed out and wrestling with the alligators and shit. Which I don't know if the alligators are on meth too, but I'm pretty sure after a redneck from Florida fucks you, you're gonna be addicted to meth. I know I am. And then. But I started thinking as an Alaskan, I was like, dude, could you imagine if there was an 8,000-pound grizzly bear that got addicted to meth? How terrifying that would be. They're coming down in spring from sleeping all winter long, and they get into some garbage cans. All of a sudden, they come across some meth, and now you've got an 8,000-pound bear addicted to meth. All right. First thing, now they don't hibernate. Okay. You've got an animal out there that's going to be up all winter long. How's he going to get more money for more meth? You know, what does he do? Next thing you know, you go to Burger King and there is a 8,000-pound grizzly back there working the fryer because he doesn't know what else to do. And where else do all meth heads end up but in the fryers at Burger King? So he's back there just cooking away and fucking everything else, and there's hair in all your french fries now, but you learn to live with that. And then you go out back around the Burger King and you see him back there blowing his manager for yet more meth because bears are going to do what it takes to get meth. You'd think they could just ask for it, but since nobody here speaks bear, they got to fucking do things. Eventually it's not so bad because they get aggressive and they start attacking people, but due to losing most of their teeth because of their meth addiction, the maulings are just gentle hugs. Kind of like my uncle used to give me. How many licks does it get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Well, I'll tell you, according to my uncle, do it now. No, you had a nice fan, man. It's just I learned at a young age there is no such thing as free candy. No. Okay, I'm starting to see a boundary with you folks. I have a girlfriend. I don't know how. Oh, yeah, no, I remember. I used to sell her weed. That's right. I sold her weed, and it's amazing how many rupees you could keep. Never mind. Okay, anyways. So she stalked me. People ask me what my type are, you know, like, oh, do you like blondes? Do you like brunettes? I like stalkers. They're nice. It's convenient, you know. The first time you invite them over, they know where you live. They're already there. I tried to get away from her once because I just gone through a rough divorce, and I was like, we started a date, and I was like, I'm not there yet. You know, I still got a fleshlight with googly eyes on it. I really don't need you. But, you know, she won me over, man, mostly by buying me really cool Dixon flannels. And she's way hotter than me. If you saw her, you would be like, no. Like, this guy must have a huge dick or a lot of money. No to the first one for sure. I got to lose weight just so I can see my dick in the shower. And 2, I pay a lot of child support because of aforementioned 5 cocaine fucking induced children, which was a fun origin story. Daddy, how did I come into the world? Well, an 8-ball, and we watched Home Improvement 300 times while I drilled your mother until dust came out. And that's why you're named Dusty. But,
Please tell me one of your kids are named.
but, 3 of them. But, yeah, what was I going with that? Yeah, but I've learned some things now. Like I said, I'm almost 50 years old. I'm 49, but somewhere around 48, you started adding decimal points to your age again like you did when you were a little kid. I'm 6.5. I'm 49 3/4, all right? I am not 50 yet, but it's coming. I know because the other day when I went to sit on the toilet, my balls dipped into the toilet water like I'm a bag of Earl Grey tea. The gray is due to the gray hair, which is how we know we're going to die very soon. I dabbed him off and went about my business trying to read books and shit. Well, my girlfriend has different ideas because, well, here's a lesson I learned. All right, y'all know the term hangry, right? Hangry is when you don't get enough to eat, you get a little grumpy, you stab somebody, you eat a donut, you're fine. Okay, now you get free dental because you're in prison for the rest of your life. I came up with the term horngry, okay? Horngry is if you don't, I don't know how to put this. I learned that you don't want to say an older lady because that makes them mad. So my girlfriend's been 28 eternally for at least 7 years now. You do the math in your head. I'll just say that. And I found out that if you don't fuck her enough, she will hide your car keys when you're trying to go to work and make your life a living hell, thus horngry. And I've learned there's a few things you do in this situation. First off, stretch. That's very important. You need to stretch because she's coming at you aggressive. We guys think we could fuck. We can't fucking fuck, okay? Compared to what they do at around their early 30s to the end of time when they stop fucking Johnny. I'm sorry, bro. And there's a lot of aggression going into that keyboard, bro. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, you stretch and you. Wow, I lost my train of thought. I just keep imagining Johnny on that keyboard. Yeah, no, don't yell things out, okay? My brain will work it out eventually. But you get You basically have to brace yourself. So you think you're going to fuck them, but what you're going to do is you're going to stay there in position, and she's going to use you like you are a dildo on a shower wall, and you just take it. You take it. If something breaks off, you fucking go through it. I can tell you know what I'm talking about, sir. And you just hang on. It's going to end eventually, and you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. One time, though, she got hangry while she was horngry, and I was trying to just hang on for dear life while making a sandwich, but she likes Miracle Whip, and I almost broke up with her over that because I'm a mayonnaise guy. Yeah. Yeah. See, we've gone over Meth Bear. I feel sorry for my girlfriend every day, man. I gotta admit, man, I just want to read books and build shit with my hands, and she always wants to have sex with me. I mean, for God's sakes, I finally got a brand new Xbox. I don't understand why she needs all of my time. Stop loving me so much. Yeah.
We need to see this woman.
No, I know, she didn't make it tonight. All I got with me is my chef and owner of my business right there, who is probably going to fire me after finally seeing my act. He's a chef, and chefs are awesome people, man. They really are. I can't stand them personally. Pretentious fucktards who carry a clipboard. Except Nick, of course. Nick is the hardest worker I've ever met in my life. I'm not just saying that because he's sitting right there, and he will fire me. He's also an ex-Marine. He can kill me with his bare hands. And he's got a huge cock, and that's how I got my last raise. But, hey, you do what you do, man. It's tough out there, okay? I come from a business that, yes? I thought I just said that I sucked his dick. Oh, it was implied. It was implied. He's single, ladies. He's an old man. He's like 56 or something. And he was coming to me and he's like, I'm lonely and I need to find somebody. And I was like, bro, there's some dating sites out there. He's like, I'm on Tinder and everything. I was like, well, have you tried Grindr? Don't let the previous aforementioned comment about placing his penis in my mouth let you think he's gay. He's as straight as any Marine could possibly be, yeah. Yeah. But what was weird was the next day he came to me and he's like, yeah, I checked out that Grindr site you're talking about. And he pulls up his phone and it's got a bunch of sandwiches on it. And so now we sell grinders. It's weird. I think he met somebody, but he just doesn't want to admit it because he's finally happy. You know? He doesn't come to work all the time angry. This motherfucker is so anal, dude. Like, he'll hide food from me and then be like, why didn't you clean that lemon rind underneath the fryer? And I'm like, I know I cleaned under the fryer. And he's like, no, you suck. I'm the best at everything, and you are a piece of shit. I am what is called a battle cook. See, chefs, they walk around with their little aprons on with no pants underneath it, which I think is weird, especially when you're that hairy. And, they make the recipes and everything else, and then they get on the line and it gets busy and they cry, and then they just walk off the line and they just tell you to go fuck yourself. I am a cook. I cook all the food faster and better than anybody ever, and I'm not just saying that because you should all come to Remedies in Bremerton and eat my fucking food. But because it's true. I've seen chefs cry. I once saw a chef beat the fuck out of a Wonder Bread bag because he couldn't get the little plastic thing off of it. I'm like, dude, just use your knife. The knife thing you have there that you just dropped into your ostrich-shoed fucking foot. Not, like, idiots. I don't like cooking anymore. I've done it my whole life. I've been a cook since I was 14 because here's a little secret about the restaurant industry. Not the best people in the world work there. You know, if you just got out of prison, you could get a job in the kitchen. If you've got a couple domestic violence charges, oh my God, we will have you in the dish pit so fast, dude. You can take out all your aggression on those plates. If your mother didn't love you, I want to hear about it while you're swearing at burgers all night long. Come on into my industry. But it's weird nowadays because we can't find anybody. Nobody wants to cook anymore. You know where they all are? They're all driving for Uber Eats and Spark Delivery, and all the felons are out there bringing your grandma her cat litter and X-Lax. What the fuck, Port Orchard? I drive for Walmart Spark too, so I know what I'm talking about. There's something going on in Port Orchard. Those people are constipated and they have too many fucking cats. There's some weird shit going on over there, and I do not like it.
Oh shit! Oh my God!
907. I am from fucking. Normally I'd show you my tattoo. I'm just from Alaska. It doesn't really matter. It's cold. You ever dropped in a? Well, I'm from Eagle River. Okay, so it doesn't. That's right. Now you have to eat those words. I am from a suburb of Anchorage. I'm from a place where every cop knows my name, and 3 of them banged my mom, and that's not even a joke.
Oh, God.
Did she get out of the ticket, though?
No, she never got any tickets, and I never really got in trouble. Well, Mr. Reed, we know you have weed on you. Give it to us so we go smoke with your mom. She's crazy. My mom is old school. I was born in 1974. And parents were not only allowed to hit you back then, they were encouraged. And if they couldn't get you and you fucked up, the neighbors would beat the shit out of you on the way home. Yeah, you'd be like, please, I'm sorry I burnt down your fucking shed where I just found my first porno mag, which is sadly a National Geographic. But no, man, they beat the fuck out of you. My mom used a spoon. My mom used a fucking wooden spoon. And what's scary about wooden spoons is they break. And moms aren't like dads where they're like, I'm going to whoop your ass, and they whoop you or they beat you with their fist. Mom's just, you little motherfucker, and just beat the shit out of you. And then the spoon snaps, and now this woman's trying to stab you and put you back in her fucking uterus. Which is cool. I could dodge a stabbing, try to get me. But then they came out with polyurethane fucking spoons, and they didn't break anymore, man. You just get welted up. My mom once, I had a principal that fucking actually spanked me because I punched a kid in the face for being a douchebag, which you were allowed to do back then.
Weird.
And my mom showed up in 1980s curlers with a blue robe on, grabbed my principal by his tie, reached across the desk, and punched him in the mouth. And then I was like, yeah, bitch, that's right. And my mom turned around and fucking punched me in the mouth. You got me away from the phone, motherfucker, because remember phones used to be attached to walls? She could also throw that motherfucker at you and hit you with it. Like, mom's told you to leave, you left. Plus, I'm from Alaska. The sun never fucking goes down all summer long. When you're outside playing, you're like breaking into shit, and everybody's like, yo, bro, I can see you, man. What the fuck? We used to do shit, too. Our generation, X, we used to get in trouble, and then, like, say, we'd be standing there, and we're like, I'm going to throw a rock through that school window. And you'd run and then you'd run, right? My dumbass fucking kid, generation douchebag, threw a rock through the window and was like, huh, and just stood there till the cops came. Yeah. It's okay. I have 5 kids, like I said. I have 4 boys, all 4 of which still live with their mother. The oldest is 26. And then my daughter, who got birthed, I don't know what the term was, created on birth control, right? She was born on birth control, had a twin. She ate the fucking twin in utero, okay? And then she was born, and she used to have a little toe out of her back, right? So I remember playing Little Piggy with her. I'd be like, and this little piggy went to the market, and this little piggy's a mutant fucking freak. And we laughed. She still has a fucking toe. We removed it, and it's in a little jar, okay? When she turned 19, she bought her first house. She has a bachelor's degree. She got her first house and decided, I'm going to rent this one out, bought another house, then got into the construction field. She could do anything in construction. She's fucking amazing. She makes $5,000 a week playing video games on TikTok.
Yes!
All the boys work at weed stores and live with their mother. It's like, God damn it. Something... I think the older you get, you realize, guys, that we lose, okay? No matter what, we can pick up heavy stuff, but in the long run, they're smarter than us and better than us. And I don't have to say that to get laid, because I know when I go home, I'm going to have sex. I know this is going to happen. I know it. And my girlfriend is a fucking Halloween fanatic. Every day of the week for the last 2 weeks, she is dressed up as a different Disney character. And she calls it cute. I'm like, no, that's slutty. That's not a cute cop. That's a slutty cop. It's just like, I have banged Alice from Wonderland this week. I have banged fucking, I don't even know. Some of them, what was that little bitch from the Addams Family? That ain't right with the pigtails? Like, yeah, it's fun at a point, and at another point, you're like, this doesn't feel right at all. This just can't be. This can't be right.
That is fair.
But I do it because I'm a man, and that's my job. Hashtag man, he, him, I think you have to say. Hashtag for you older folks, that's also tic-tac-toe pound sign. I know that's a new thing we all have to accept, but it's out there. Well, this has been a long set. I ran out of material 8 minutes ago. I don't even know. I think Joe Rogers left. Son of a bitch.
I'm out here smoking a joint, motherfucker. You got 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left. What can I talk about in 2 minutes? 2 minutes. Let's see here. I don't know. I always joke about how I have a small dick, but that's just a cry for help. I was thinking about making some extra money because you don't make money doing this at all. I was thinking about, I got a German Shepherd. She's a bit of a heroin addict, but that wasn't her fault. I was taking her for a walk at the park, and she sniffed a pole and ingested heroin. Which, A, I think is irresponsible as an ex-drug addict because I never lost my drugs, okay? They all went in my nose and into my system, and I peed them out into a cup and never got a real job growing up. My dog snorted heroin. She looked at me. She's a 70-pound German Shepherd. She fell over. I grabbed her up, and I ran her to the vet as fast as I can. This is a sad story. And I get her to the vet, and here's what y'all, if you have dogs, you need to pay attention to this because the vet took one look at my dog and goes, I know what this is. And like that's how quick he can wreck. That's how many dogs are overdosing on heroin, okay? So he goes, hold on to your dog. I'll be right back. He went in another room, came back with Narcan. And I was like, oh, cool, you're going to inject my doggy with Narcan. He's like, yeah, I need you to hold on to your dog really, really tight. I was like, okay, that's interesting. And I held Gypsy by her little head there, and we're looking at each other. And then all of a sudden, he's like, hold her tight. And then he shoved the Narcan up her ass, okay? First time, I've ever seen my German Shepherd's teeth, like a crocodile in there. It's terrifying. It worked immediately, and then like about 3 seconds into it, because they got to hold it there for a second, my dog realized she was German and she was into it. So it's okay. She's okay now. She's fine. But I was thinking we need to make some money, mostly to pay for that vet bill and also, to stop her from fucking pawning my shit, which is hard to do with no thumbs. And I was thinking I'm going to start an OnlyPause for her, like an OnlyFan, but an OnlyPause. Yeah, paint her little nails and fucking, get I don't. This ends with just, I'll let you use your imagination, but choosy dogs choose Jif, and I can make some money. Yeah, you got to get the crunchy kind so they use their front teeth. My name is Dennis James Hawthorne Norman Reed. I hope you enjoyed me. I do have T-shirts for sale. Nick Q T-shirt. This is my model right here. Let him see it. Yeah, we got a couple of them out there. They got Meth Bear on it before he loses his teeth. That'll be the next series. They're $25. I got to pay for, I don't know, not drugs or alcohol or anything fun. Oh, gas money. I need to pay for gas money. And I'll get my names out there. You're all fucking awesome. Give it up for Joe the Penis fucking Rogers. Look at his coordination, guys. Look at this. Looks like Grimace when he got out of prison. And Hell Satan. Thank you.
All right, keep it going for Dennis James Hawthorne Norman Reed Jr. Heck yeah, what a performance, what a night. Thank you guys very much for coming out, supporting live comedy.